Hello everyone. I am back today with some more Baldur's Gate. I really enjoyed starting this playthrough last time and I want to see this through for a bit. Honestly, I am psyched. I want to try out all the new classes that I installed. I will be taking some time today to just go through character creation for all of my girls, so it's gonna take a bit if anyone joins or if anyone's watching. I hope you don't mind a lot of numbers and babbling about classes and math in D&D.
I shall be here in thy camp, as thou desires.
Now let's see, what did I add in general to this game? I'm sure I added some sort of new paladin to this, or also some sort of new cleric. Do I have a list of my mods available? No. Cool. Guess I'll just have to wing it. Let's see. From the ones that are not the base 12 classes of D&D, I have Mindweaver and Mystic. Mystics can read minds, fade into invisibility, transform their bodies into living iron, seize control of physical world, and bend to their will. Mindweavers are masters of psychic and psionic energies, capable of bending the minds and wills of other foes to their advantage. Mindweavers manipulate thoughts, project their consciousness, and harness the power of their astral plane. Psychic barriers, including integral mental illusions. This is Blood Mage. I remember I installed this at some point. I really did not enjoy it, so I think I'm not taking this one. Karlach's a very good monk, very in general. Honestly, if I'm doing this honor run, I think I need to have her as a monk at this point. I don't remember this was usually an option. Just say Loon, because why not? Right. If I'm doing a monk, I want to go full strength. There's this interesting thing about monks in Baldur's Gate. And in general, any classes that you want to use strength on, you can really just not put any strength points while creating a character, and instead use the potions of giant strength, because those give you an automatic 21 and 25 respectively, if I'm not wrong, which is just absolutely insane, and it allows you to give your characters points in other stats that might be a bit more valuable. For example, I can put Karlach's mainly on Constitution and Dexterity, so she can tank things. Let's see. I can put the bonus 2 on... No, the bonus 2 on Con. Wait, the max I can go in is 15 in this game? Okay, if the max I can go for any given stat is 15, I give this dexterity 14. Let's keep the two biggest ones at 16. I'll just redistribute the points on the other stats. Yeah, this looks about right. And no, acrobatics is good and stealth as well. For Karlak, yeah, just keeping her a monk is a very good idea. And the best overall monk is always the way of the open hand. It gives you so many good things to work with in order to just completely disable enemies, bosses. I genuinely think this is one of the most broken classes that all of Baldur's Gate has. Particularly having Karlak be the monk, the open hand monk in your party is absolutely devastating because with her ability of using soul coins, you can just have her do fire damage on all her attacks and it becomes absolutely relentless at later stages in the game. Now for
I shall be here in thy camp.
for
As
Lae'zel
thou desire.
and for Lae'zel and for Shadowheart, I do want something else to go here. Usually the party that I used to beat the endgame on my first honor mode was a barbarian, a bard, a cleric, and a monk. So for me, that was two frontliners, monk and barbarian, and two support characters, cleric and bard, with the cleric being a bit more tanky. If I remember correctly, it was my Shadowheart who I put as a life monk in order to also have access to a lot of heals. So if I want a similar spread for how my characters are gonna work here is I will need two backliners and two frontliners. I feel like Succubus is a very frontline heavy class, even if at first it doesn't seem like it. It feels more of a mage kind of class, but I feel like it can be frontline heavy if I take it forward. So let's see. I could do Mindweaver for this early levels, test her out, see how it feels. Because Mystic looks to be a bit... Or what does Mystic do? Let's see, what's a base for these? Can this be a support? Mantle of Awe. Manipulate others with a subtle combination of sight and your own natural charm. Restoration. You wield psionic energy to cure wounds and restore health to yourself and others. Yeah, this sounds interesting, and this can be both a backline damage dealer with things like this energy beam, or push or pull a creature. Yeah, these look to be interestingly enough things. I can do debuffs. I can do, yeah. This sounds like a pretty versatile class, and having a Githyanki do psionic things is not uncommon if I were to do some sort of story building here. So sure. Blast a creature with a chromatic beam of energy. Acid can corrode objects. Oh, so these are different type of elemental damages. Huh. Yeah, that's good to have, and it's a D8 of damage. And this is force damage. Force damage in general is good. And it can push or pull. This does psychic damage. Ooh, knocking prone. Actually, this is good, and it's a D6 damage. Yeah, this one sounds good. And I am going to take the healing restoration. Let's see. Subclasses. Any of these also kind of support healer kind of thing? Pillar of Confidence, Aura of Victory. Order of the Avatar. Immortal Mystics using psionic energy to augment physical form. Not really. Teleportation and movement. Speed dart. Order of the Soul Knife and Order of the Avatar focuses on manipulating emotion, rallying allies, and crippling foes. Yeah, this sounds interesting as a Eye of Horror. Enemies within are difficult terrain unless they are immune. Yeah, this looks like a good support overall. Instill up to 6 creatures with a surge of confidence. Yeah, I like this. This looks like a good support class. Let's see. I have 2 of these to pick from. Crown of Despair. You have learned to harvest seeds of despair in a creature's psyche. You cause a creature to be flooded with emotions of disgust. Crown of Range. Mantle of Fury. Mantle of Joy. Yeah, Mantle of Joy looks good, and Courage are 2 that sound interesting. Yeah, good. Soldier, Athletics, and Intimidation. Right, so this looks to take intelligence as a base. So if I can go over 6, if I can't go over 16 as a base, let's take 16 intelligence on this. Don't need too much con, but rather not keep it low. High dexterity character. so it can have more initiative. I need 10 con. Really don't want 10, 10, 10. That's my baseline. Can I go to 16 dex? Yeah, sounds good. 16 dex, 16 intelligence, so I can move first. If I take strength overall. Alright, I can take something up to a 14. Or I could potentially put... No. I think I'll take wisdom on a 14. Yeah, this makes sense. And... medicine, I guess? Usually second characters I don't take too much into account what they can or cannot roll for. I've noticed in my playthroughs that mostly the proficiencies affect more on your main character, which is usually the one I control, unless I need something very specific done. Medicine and perception look fine. I could take away medicine, which really doesn't do much, and just take Arcana as a base. Alright, I'll keep this level ups before I go forward, because I remember there's an interesting mechanic I can do with elixirs before I level them up.
I shall be here in Lycam.
Alright.
As thou desire.
Now, what do I want Shadowheart to be? I'm sure I have a paladin subclass that I could give her. Could keep her as a paladin. There probably is a new druid that I added. I could see what Mindweaver is about. Soul Sicken. Oh, right. I remember I might have done Blade Singing Wizard at some point. But I didn't feel like that was good enough in my late game build. Shadow Minds represent the darker aspect of psionics. To weaponize fear, paranoia, and the toxic thoughts that lurk in the mind. Discover that shadows are not merely the answers of light, but psychic imprints where consciousness fears to threat. Paladins are always good, too. Just a straight up paladin, which is a tank and a damage dealer, would not be bad. There's also lay on hands, which is interesting. And I do need a heavy armor wearer. Sure, I'll take a paladin. There's also druid. warlocks are not bad either. Oh, this is one of the ones that I added. Which is the Dead Overlord Warlock. This is the one I was thinking of. Oh, hi! We have someone watching. Hello, welcome to the stream. This is a run of Baldur's Gate with a few mods that I installed. I've been craving to come back to an honor mode version of this game. Been a while since I cleared it in honor mode, and I wanted to give myself a challenge. I added a bunch of mods that I have almost no idea what they do, so I want to see how well I can do this after probably like a year since I beat this game. So Dead Overlord. You're a cultist fighting under the banner of the Dead Overlord. Monster strength like Necromancer. So necromancy. Shield proficiency. Sure, I can try this one out. I do not have a full tank on this run, but let's see how this goes. I can always change my mind afterwards. Inflict wounds is always a good one to start with, and I love Hex. It's just such a good additional damage to anything you do in this game. Pick a weapon you like to use. Bone staff, skull flail, or bone sickle. Yeah, flail, why not? And let's see, this is a high charisma with probably a high dexterity build. So let's do a 16 charisma. Wait, I'm doing a flail. Does flail scale with... This is not telling me this is a finesse weapon. Do I need to... Is there anything about using the sickle, mace? Sickles are probably finesse weapons, but I really doubt maces are. That will mean I need either strength or dexterity for this build. If I need strength, it wouldn't be a bad idea to also get more strength potions for Shadowheart. So yeah, that makes sense. Sure, I'll keep it. So strength at 8, so that I can use potions and instead allocate these points to dexterity. Then high charisma. I can put more points in con, and then I could potentially separate these over here. Alright, I like this build overall. Let's do investigation and nature for this one. Don't really need the social ones. These are probably better to keep on mine. Yeah, these sound good. These are the passive ones that I can keep for my team overall. And I do need to restructure my own character.
Fate does thou it very well. As
Right, I want to keep the succubus one. That's an interesting one for me, but I'm gonna pull down strength and put more points onto dexterity. Sorry, con. Because generally I feel like this character makes more sense as a full-on tank. Not really sure the wisdom and strength are really needed in this build, so I'll just keep dexterity. And constitution as a base. Arcana, insight. Yeah, sounds okay. Right, now I'm at a base with everyone. If I actually need strength, I can always just drink a potion with her too. Oh yeah, and I did see part of the skills for Succubus. What does this use to attack? Oh, it's a charisma attack roll. Interesting. Okay, I take that. So, once I have everything ready, I do need to make sure that I'm not wearing armor with me. Because apparently I get my charisma bonus onto my armor instead of the usual. So let's see. Sorry, got a bit distracted. Is this a light armor? Yes, it is. Do I have any robes in my inventory? I could always steal Karlach's robes. Alright, I did add some cosmetics into the... Damn it! I generally have forgotten how to use this interface at all. Great. It's been so long since I played. I really need to get used to all the controls again. Let's see. I honestly don't need most of these. I've noticed that the widget that I use to keep track of my viewership is not really updating correctly, so if anyone's still watching, I genuinely hope this is not too boring. I am doing a lot of inventory and character creation for now. Hopefully I can get into some battles today, because I generally do want to as well. There we go. Now, what are these? There we go. Open. Oh, these have... I just want the cosmetic ones. I don't want anything that has effects on them. I don't want to break myself too much on this run right now. No, come on. I just want anything that's cosmetic. It doesn't have to have... Okay, these are probably what I'm looking for. Not... I don't feel like that's too much stream appropriate, but what else is here? These are dyes. Origin clothes. Okay. Camp clothes. they're wearing shoes. Yeah, no, I'll just keep this to camp clothes. That we told in the past. We could think about failing, failing, tell how long they can last. Hope, hope, you know I've been hoping that everything's better now, everything's out in the open. Oh. Looking sharp. We can think about flowers, we can think about cake, we can think about one that we have the power to make. There's an awful lot of other things we could be thinking of. Just one day, let's only think about love. That doesn't sound too broken, but I really don't want to add myself effects at this point in the game. I also take the pink dye if I can. Or the purple dye, yeah. I'll take purple dyes. I guess I could just steal someone's robe or something. I generally don't think there's anything else I can take. Ooh, I could also wear just Carla's clothing and give her... Yeah, I can switch that. So this is sent to camp. I'll take the barbarians, and Carla can take that. Oh, but she's a monk, right? I'm playing her as a monk, so I also need her to be not wearing armor. So let's go back to that, and I'll just steal Gale's, I guess.
Have a lot on my mind. And
Anyway, I'm not gonna use. There, let's just use this robe, and let's combine it with the robes. So let's put on the elegant robes. And how did I do equipment options? Yes. Never show. Always show. Yeah. This looks better for my succubus character. Now let's switch to... Okay, what? Oh, +3 piercing. Okay. D4 +4 and D4 +3. While you're hiding, your spells and cantrips dealing force damage gain additional 1 projectile. Huh. Gleave. Okay, that's good for Tav. Lacelle is okay.
action, not reaction.
Oh no, I set her to So I don't really need the sword anymore. This should be more of a mage. But if I can take Gale's staff, that wouldn't be bad. And Shadowheart is using the mace, good, and the shield, good. I'm not proficient with medium armor. That means Shadowheart will probably need light. Is she proficient with heavy? No. Maybe I can take that feature, but I'm not sure. For now, I'll keep her in light armor. I get that she is playing as a warlock right now. And Karlak is just wearing clothing. That's fine. Okay, so far I think I'm good. Now to do another bit of boring details on this, which is buying a buying a shit ton of elixirs. Let's see what is valuable here that I can sell to. Won't get much out of these books, but I can get some gold pieces. I'll sell almost anything that I can. I won't sell anything that I got as part of my additions. I don't want, again, I really don't want to break this too much. Pick up, right? Yeah, I'm heavily encumbered. I can just send some to Karlak. Probably the armor should be enough. Oh, right, no one has strength. I won't need too much, so I could just send these to Karlak. Okay, didn't encumber Karlak, so I can send some more to the other two, see if this helps. Yeah, this is enough to get to where I need to buy everything. Let's go to... Let's leave the camp. And let's go to the grove. Because I do need to get myself some elixirs from Auntie Ethel. She is the one who sells the strength elixirs earlier on. And there is a very interesting interaction she has with with characters and level ups. If I choose to buy the strength elixirs that she has on her inventory and then immediately proceed to level up, she will gain back her storage of strength elixirs. So that way, if you use the level ups that you have before you have to go to her encounter at the beginning of at the tail end of this sorry, I remember of this chapter, you should be able to farm those so that you can have them well into the end game. And if you manage your long rests well enough, you really don't need to you really don't need more than a couple of them, but I always tend to buy an extra amount because honestly it is the most broken item in this game, and just having it available at any point is an amazing tool.
Hello, Petal.
So,
Need anything? Any lotions or potions?
show me your wares.
Hey, bother.
Let me sell. A lot of the things that I have. careful not to start selling when she has no more money left. Right, insufficient gold. Now I'll buy the 3 elixirs that she has. Oh boy! Why are they so expensive? I don't remember them being so expensive. Do I have 6 persuasion. Oh. No, why are they so expensive? Did they change this at some point with a patch? Because I generally do not remember this being that expensive.
Take.
If that's the case, I might need to rethink my whole strategy, but or is it specifically something I did with a bard bartering? If that's the case, I might need to go bard, but I really don't want to. I could have someone else go bard. I am now genuinely interested in if I did something that's
any
different.
lotions or potions? Hey, bother.
$480 gold pieces for one. It's just a thing that I haven't gotten enough loot. It's been so long since I did this. I don't feel like I'm missing anything. another merchant. I want to at least get one.
I swear that ox's gaze is
I
following
want to
me.
at least get one elixir out of her. I know I can get more. I can
anything
always use the other two.
Of course. But please, remember, you're not the only one in need.
If I need more levels. $80. I can sell Karlak's axe. She's gonna use Hmm. These are not that expensive.
Sylvan.
Sure. With that, I should have enough money. And I have to be grabbing a lot more loot. I swear I had this down to a science. I was able to buy just the 3 of them, level up. I don't know what I'm doing differently this time around, but sure. I'll just be mindful of that going forward.
Hey, Baldur.
Just give me the elixir. Thank you. And for now, I will give it to Shadowheart, potentially. I get one more spell. Hellish Rebuke is also always good to have. Yeah, Eldritch Blast is a great spell for early level warlocks, and Mage Armor wouldn't be bad. Bane's good to have. Thief of 5 Fates. Yeah, I'll take this one. Why not? No, don't really wanna change any of these. Nope, I'm good. And then I'm stuck in traffic. I got a pair of eyes that they're in the wind. By the way I'm looking. Pact. Yeah, having Pact is always good. But Pact with a chain, having a familiar is good as well. Right, and let's see what Mystic has in store. Mystical Recovery. Dang it, no. After spending side points, you can spend a bonus action to regain hit points. Good! And Telepathy. psi limit increased, and I get swap positions with an enemy. Ooh. Photon Caravan. Reach out to places beyond the shift. Until the end of your turn, you may cast Phantom Journey at will. What is Phantom Journey? Teleport an ally to an unoccupied space. Ooh, I can reposition myself. There and back again. Just teleporting in general. Defensive step. Step of a dozen paces. And nomadic step. I get another cantrip. Beguile a humanoid. Strength save. Yeah, mind trust, why not? Oh, and I get one more psionic disciplines, so Mantle of Command. Mastery Nomadic Mind. Precognition. Subjugation sounds good to have debuffs. Right? No clue how my little experiment's gonna go. I also haven't checked if I am proficient with any of these.
What I do for some salt?
Oh, I am. Interesting. Good. Cool. Let's keep the build as is.
Rest.
And I did grab one.
Don't burn yourself.
Right, and let's give the only tonic that I did end up nabbing to my Karlak. There we go. This should be good. Hopefully I am good enough to keep on moving. Right, so I have done the very base of the game. I can nab a couple more XP points if I do Blighted Village. And
Fresh forest air.
I could do the Evil Book downstairs. I can definitely get the points from Beast Goblins. I can do the Gnolls, but I'd rather be level 4 for the Gnolls.
Stop! And you! Hope you got a stomach for ice. What's it bloody look like? 'Cause it makes me laugh.
Release a
The mark
gnome.
glows, but you feel
Uh,
nothing in response.
do
Your
I have?
lethid power is
These-
beyond reach until you
Both of
rest.
these are good, so I'll just... I like Intimidation a lot more. Ooh, not 20.
Goblin's not-
Perfect.
Will it? Hey! Let's find you something to eat. Alright then.
Now I have to get this guy down. The brake lever.
Cut me!
Yeah, yeah.
And
Free him.
well, you saved me. Now you'll extort
You owe me nothing. Uh-huh.
Take ignorance is a. I found, but I. On that note,
Why do I keep getting rewards? What part of the game did I access to get rewards for this? Anyway, I could use the uncommon clothing. +2 armor. These are too broken. This is a +2 on armor class just because. Sure. I'll just take whatever these are. Now let's see. There's a heavy chest. I can gather these. There's Bacchus's backpack. Yep. That should be it for here, if I remember correctly. What do I do? Do I do the gnolls? I usually do gnolls.
Blame the gobs. Place looks
What
like
else
it's
is
been abandoned a good
low
while.
risk? The spiders are not low risk. Those are
Maybe we
always
could scare up a few
tricky,
dusty bottles of
especially
wine somewheres.
mom
I like your way of
spiders.
thinking.
Always very
Split any
harsh.
tokens we find?
I can try and persuade
Sister, you've got a deal.
the ogres are not too difficult to take down if I generally
Haven't
have
seen
to.
that game in years.
Taste stranger, be you friend. And you, a delicacy.
First deception.
Unless you bear the mark, of course.
Oh, good.
For not food, friend. No talk.
Fight for
Make me an
me.
offer. Tempt me.
Persuasion. Ooh. I have inspiration. Oh, I can roll this at advantage. Okay. Seriously. There we go.
Well spoken, indeed. Oh,
Good. I now have these guys.
That's curious.
Come on, there's a... Seriously, no one got that one. Okay. Don't cost nothing. Why do we even come? We could have done this at home. Singing a song. Don't cost nothing. Or was it paling around? Don't cost nothing. Getting it wrong. Don't cost nothing. I tried. I don't remember any of it. It's catchy. It's over, isn't it? It's over, isn't it? It's over, isn't it? Hey, Shake. It's Mr. Crab. And he's here to send us out all over the town.
The mark glows, but you feel nothing in response. Your illithid power is
Your
beyond
leader
reach
summoned.
until you rest.
Well, it's nice to have this across the mug. Ought to do it. Go on. Don't skimp, neither.
Yup. I should have just skipped this, but nah. These shouldn't be too hard to deal with. I'm level 2 slot. I can do Hex on the big guy. They're all level 2. I should be able to handle them. Though I don't have too much extra to deal with. Plus, this is not an explosive barrel, is it? Nope. I could bring this down and kill the ones that are up there.
Strike hard, strike fast.
Okay, didn't kill them, but damage them at least. Ooh, I can still... Hex should only be for... yeah. Hex should only be for one Shadowheart attacks, but honestly, it's not a bad deal here.
I'm fury. I am death.
And we will protect your Earth, and we will protect you. Why? What kind of DC am I rolling against? Oh, there we go. Seriously, saved. Whatever. I have side points. What is become removing any fright, charm, fear, or sleep conditions on saving throws. How many side points do I take for each of these? Where's my cost? Oh, 3 side points, so it's 1 per level? Yeah, okay. If I have 14, I can do a bit more to both of my frontliners. Oh, I can do it to all of them. Okay.
Ready for another round? Aye, aye.
Okay, with a jump card that gets here.
Still on my feet.
I can do maddening
Made a
claws
grave
on that thing.
mistake.
And engulf an enemy in flames. This is just one single enemy? Yes. Let's see. Hate spike. Attack creature and inflict them with hate spikes. I think I'm not at a point where I... Dang it. Okay, that's okay. Deflect missiles. Do I want to use my key points? No, not really. Not to turn back arrows, and on at least. I can use a hellish rebuke here. Without be using all of my points. No, I'm good. No, I'm not resurrecting. I need AoE for these guys.
Let's have a little fun.
get a zombie out of that.
Swift and lethal.
Can I... Hour of Jubilation. This... Oh yeah, here's a mend. Oh wait, it's a... Ooh. Okay. Sure, I can mend on myself. And...
Blood comes easy these days.
Can I activate my desire yet? No, but I can bite one of these guys. Wait, I used this wrong the last time. Hey, Ali. Welcome to the stream. Sorry, a bit engrossed in this battle. I generally should have not entered guns blazing into this, but I am sure I can salvage this. I can always just do claw attack. Oh, hate spike is... At a disadvantage, that's gonna be complicated. I can try even at a disadvantage. Oh, good. I get hell spikes with whatever that is. Sure, let's go for that. Alright, the zombie's down, but at least it tanked a couple of hits. Miss on Shadowheart. Ooh, good hit. Oof. Miss. Seriously. Can bring them up. That's not too discouraging. Come on, let me throw. Thank you. Can I heal them? Wait. No. A bit forward. Can I throw it here? The path is still interrupted. have put myself in a big pickle.
Got to concentrate. Time to strike.
Dang it, seriously, everyone saved? Ugh, whatever.
Time to strike.
Path is still interrupted. I could potentially throw it there.
Taking position.
Dang it, see.
Can't give up. Not now.
Shoot. I am very bad at this game now. I generally was very good. What happened? And I'm dead. Great. Nope, yeah, I'm gone.
Injuries need tending.
I'll guess I'll have to try another time. I'll call that it for today. Thank you, everyone. I'm not sure I want to take this up again. I feel kind of defeated right now. I used to be so good at this. I had this down to a science. Guess I'll try another time. Thank you, everyone.